Ciao a tutti e tutte, benvenuti a un'altra intervista di Lago Film Fest. Oggi abbiamo un altro regista della competizione Principi, Maisha Maene con il film Mulika, che verrà presentato nella serata del 25 luglio appunto al festival Lago Film Fest, insieme agli altri corti in concorso. Senza ulteriori indugi, hi, hi Maisha.
Hello,
Hi.
everyone.
So, we're very happy to have your film because for us it really speaks about new voices of young directors that are trying to shape their cinematography towards also topics that are important for their country. And for instance, your film, I think it's a good representative in this sense. So, in general, as a start, I would like to ask you how this idea came to be of the film, if you can tell us more about the beginning of all.
Yeah, the idea of the movie came from my background as an Afrofuturist artist, and also from Congo, because Congo is known as a rich country in minerals, and with a reality that these minerals don't benefit to the population. So I grew up in this area, so it was all of these issues I saw in my environment, in my places, which inspired me to create a story which talk about my country, but with a futuristic perspective, creativity, and some questionment about the future, about the present, about the past. So it was many things bring together, and to imagine a movie which can talk about my country, but with another perspective, with the futurism, the Afrofuturism. Yeah, that was the inspiration to make Mulika.
But is the volcano Nyaragongo also a place where how to say it's inside the folklore of Congolese people, that there are stories of maybe some mythological stories? Oops, you okay? Can you
Sorry.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Can you repeat? Sorry.
Sure. Is the Nyaragongo volcano also set of some stories and folklore stories from Congolese people, and maybe you have adapted your futuristic, Afrofuturistic, story onto it? How is it perceived by the people, the volcano itself?
Yeah. mm, yeah, yeah. The volcano really has some folklore, some by the history, but I think for me it was another idea. I wanted to talk to show the volcano as the place where people do the extractivism of the mineral. It's like a metaphor. I wanted to talk um, about the volcano, but with another idea to show it with another perspective. But for me, just to do some metaphor and show the volcano with an approach, and also a way where the astronauts comes from, and want to come back to his place, which is Goma, which is close to the volcano Nyiragongo. So it was all of these idea about the folklore of the volcano, but with another perspective, with another reimagination of that folklore of it to this extraction of the minerals, to do some metaphor, all of these issues I wanted to show through the volcano.
Yeah, it's very interesting, I find. But I wanted to ask you also if there is some more symbolism also with the name that you chose for this astronaut, which is Lobby, if it means something in particular.
Yeah. So then we have to talk about Afrofuturism, because Afrofuturism, it's a topic which we want to talk about the future, but which has a connection to the past and to the present. So first, I wanted to make a movie which bring many things together, with the language, with the colonization of the space, everything. So talk about Lobby. It's part of this Afrofuturistic as which means tomorrow and yesterday at the same time. So for me, to bring that connection of the past to the future, it's the part of the Afrofuturism. So it has a real sense for me to call this place Lobby, because it brings together all of this connection, the tradition, the culture, and the futurism, which has a connection, and which we have to bring to the screen, to talk about it. And Lobby has a strong meaning to this movie, because it has all of this potentiality in the language, in the tradition, as Afrofuturist artists. That's very important to reimagine all of these values in the language, in the culture, to bring it into the future. Yeah.
It's, yeah, in fact, I think one of the first thing that appears in your film is that it was made by Congo astronaut like collective, right? So you are part of this collective.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Sure. That is made from a Congo astronaut collective of artists, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
could you
I'm not
talk
part.
maybe, you're
Yeah.
not part of it?
I'm not part of this, but their universe inspired me first in the aesthetic, and wanted to get inspired by them and bring all of these their creation, to bring them to the cinema, to bring them to the cinema perspective. So I was inspired by their aesthetic, but they have this universe of futurism, of aesthetic, and I really love their creativity. So it's inspired me to in the creation, in the aesthetic of the movie. Yeah.
But in your perspective, and also in the other artists' perspective in general, how do you see this process of creating something that is trying to be it's addressing the topic of decolonization, and in this, do you how do you artists uh, feel this, in the sense, do you prefer to stay in your country, or how do you see also living abroad but addressing these topics as young creators? What do you think it's more important, and how?
I don't get the question. You mean for me to move to another country?
Yeah, you, for example, as you told me, you have now received some residencies, and so you will attend those. But I think it's a complex combination to break down like decolonization in countries that still need the somehow the support from outside, countries, maybe like European countries still, to maybe develop some projects. How do you feel about this? And is it a topic spoken about among people in the Afrofuturism?
Yes. I mean, to work in Europe in this residency, it's an opportunity to have connection to the network, cinema network, because I will be connected to producers, to people in the cinema industry. But it doesn't mean I will leave my my universe as an artist, because is that my goal is to talk about Congo, is to talk about the futurism, about Afrofuturism. But to get this opportunity is to let people know about the Afrofuturism, what it is, you know. So it's a good opportunities for me to meet them, to talk about the Afrofuturism, also the African futurism, because I was in Sundance in the US, and I met many people who are interested about the Afrofuturism, because in the US it's very well known than in Europe from now. And when I met them, I had a good experience, talk to them and understand how they see the future as Afro American people. And to me, who comes from Africa, how I see the future, you know. And we had an interesting discussion about the topic. And for me, I know to move to Europe, to move to the US is the opportunity to to discuss with people, to talk about that topic. And it's that's make me feeling like motivated to continue with this topic, because it gives me a place to learn people about my topic, about my story, you know. So yeah, it's very important to move, to meet people, to talk. Yeah.
But definitely, what we hope to see is also stronger independent cinemas, you know, and also cinema networks, you know, that could be developed and implemented in also other parts of the world, because otherwise we will never be completely, you know, independent, but we will always need to rely on maybe the American network of producing or the European network of producing, you know. And what's the future like for you in your career? If you can tell us something about what your next steps.
Can you repeat, please?
Okay,
I missed.
I
Yeah.
think the internet is not assisting us. I was just asking, what's your future like? What are your next steps in your career?
I mean, yeah, make my next movie. And yeah, it's I think to make my first future project from now, and see how it will move around with festivals, with yeah networking in cinema. Yeah, it's really going very well from now, and I'm really happy for that. Yeah.
Okay, Maisha, I think I don't hear you. Well,
Can
anyhow,
you?
I think the internet is not helping us anymore. And I will thank you. I'm thanking you very much for the time.
Yeah, I can
And
really hear you. Now is the problem.
okay, okay. Thank you, Maisha. It was a pleasure to interview you. I think see you hopefully in Lago. Bye.
Yeah, yeah, let me know, and thank you so much for having me.